Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randy4short or Randy4short. And in this video, I am playing catch up. So I am going to be giving you my August paycheck number 2 results. I'm skipping the setup of my September paycheck number 1 and just giving you the results of that because this video is actually supposed to be the results of September paycheck number 1 and setting up September paycheck number 2, but I'm about to just give you all 3 of those in this one video. So I already set it up and did the results and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to be going over it with you guys. And also, if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers by October 31st, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's just jump into the video. All right, so this is August paycheck number 2 results. So we did bring in $3,934.33. Everything was on par. So our gas, groceries, our mortgage, Vivint. Oh, pause really quick. We did roll over $500 from paycheck number 2 of, we did roll over $500 from August paycheck number 1 to help with the mortgage. So that's why it is a little bit higher in our actual income for this paycheck. So back to what I was saying, Vivint was on the budget, Citizen One, Hulu, our child care, our car repair and maintenance, home repair and maintenance, medical, clothing, life insurance. So for this Amazon renewal, I listed it as a planned expense, but silly me, I don't know why, because this Amazon renewal is not, I think it was due sometime earlier this year. So I don't know why I had it down as a planned expense for this in August, but I didn't need the money. So what I did was I took this money and I used it in another cash envelope. And I list whenever I use money from one cash envelope for something unrelated to that envelope. So like Amazon renewal is my memberships envelope. So I use that money for something else. So that's why I'm going to start putting a star to tell me that, you know, to go and check my transaction log to see what I did with that money. So let's see. For memberships, that's $63.57. I used it for food. Disney Plus was just a penny less for $6.99 instead of $7. Let's see. iCloud. This is something else. I don't know. I'm going to get it together one day, y'all, and stop writing stuff on my budgets that don't need to be there. This is like one of the main things that I'm looking for in my 2021 budget planner. I need to have a kind of like a mock off-screen budget, because basically what I'm using now, I just print something off of the internet. And this is basically what I do. So like when I first started budgeting, this was how I kept track of what bills belong to each paycheck. So each color is a different paycheck. So this is like my mock budget. And then what I'll do, this is like my calendar. And then for my actual budget, you guys probably can't see this on screen, but this is all done in Excel. And this is basically what I'm reading off of when I do my monthly budget setups, because I already did it in Excel, because it's much faster, I feel like, to do it electronically. That way you can like put in numbers and, you know, play with numbers and things like that without having to erase and scratch out so much on paper. I mean, you can get a separate sheet of paper, but can we save some trees, please? So I'd rather just do it electronically. And then the only reason why I print it out is because I need to bring it up into my office so that I can read it off to you guys. But now that I'm thinking about it, I could just pull it up on my phone since it is an Excel spreadsheet. Food for thought. But anyways, yeah, this iCloud did not need to be here, did not need to be paid. So that's $9.99 that we were under budget. We did pay towards our student loans and our debt snowball. So that was okay. Frontier was another thing that I included in this budget that did not need to be here. It's a whole thing right now. My budget is a mess. These past couple of weeks, I have not been close to my budgets. All of my bills are being paid on time. It's just that I haven't been as active in my budget, because usually I'm in my budget every single day. You know, it's just a quick check to make sure, one, no fraud happened, and two, just to make sure that I check my monthly calendar, and anything that's supposed to be coming out has gone out or is pending, or if I need to do a transfer on like payday or something like that, then, I'll do those things. But for the most part, I check in with my budget every single day, but only for a couple of minutes. So I have not been doing that this last couple of weeks, and you will definitely see that in my budget right now. So, yeah, so that was $54.76 that we had extra. And then unbudgeted, we only had, I finally paid for my driver's license renewal, and I could do that online. So I went ahead and did that. And out of the $99 that we were supposed to have left over, I had to use $37, which left us with $62.03. So we were supposed to have $361.12 left over from this budget, but yeah, that's not what ended up happening, because that's not what we have in our account. So that is August paycheck number 2 results. So let me go ahead and bring on over September paycheck 1 results. So for the actuals, we actually did bring in $3,603.49. Everything was on budget. We were supposed to have like a very small family gathering, which we did have. And the money that we needed came out of our food budget from a prior paycheck. So we didn't end up needing the money that I set aside from this paycheck. So that was $150 saved. Everything else was on budget. We did roll over $750 into paycheck number 2, which you'll see. Natural gas was under budget by $16.29. Our water and trash, I think this is the first time that I increased it to $120 instead of $115, because as you can see, it was $114.55. And I think this is like the second or third time that our water and trash bill has been close to the $115 that we usually set. So I just increased it by just a little bit. So now we're under budget again by $5.45. Childcare was on par. House supplies was good. Life insurance for my husband. Our Edison bill, which is our electricity, was under budget by $17.62. MetLife, which is our car insurance, again charged us the $252.34. So it's been like that for, I want to say 2-3 months now, and I have not looked into why it went from $265.66 to $252.34. So yeah, I'm just going to call it a blessing, and I'm not going to look into it. But if it goes back to $265.66, then I'll probably give them a call. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. So we were under budget by $13.32. Our iCloud was on budget. Verizon, I was expecting it to be $127.04 just because, long story short, they didn't have some discounts on there that was supposed to be on there. So they gave us the discount. I shouldn't even say they. The rep that I had was gracious enough to give us the previous month discount that was supposed to be on our account, in addition to putting it on there for that, for September. So we got double the discount to make up for our troubles, because I have been calling Verizon several times and telling them of my grievances with their customer service and how I had to call them several times to get the same issue fixed. So she finally listened and helped us out and was cool about it. So kudos to her. I wish I would have remembered her name. I should have left a good customer service survey at the end of that call, but yeah, next time. It isn't going to help her, but yeah, it's something to think about for future reference. So yeah, that put us under on our Verizon bill by $30.96. And then for our medical, so medical is the new sinking fund account that we're trying to build up. So we were supposed to have $164.36 left over from this budget, but we were over budget by $236.76. And that's because I did buy masks, and these are the reusable ones. So those were $90. I bought quite a few of them for my family. So that ended up being $90. And then our Spectrum. So I don't think kept you guys up to date, but basically I was disputing a charge from Spectrum. Long story short, they my credit card company actually sided with us and Spectrum actually paid us the money. So I was being a little brat and I was like, I'm not paying y'all this final bill until this dispute is finalized. So once it was finalized, I went ahead and paid this bill, which was supposed to be for June's service, I guess, with them. We had them for like days, so definitely less than 2 weeks. So yeah, but they charged us an entire month worth of service. But I don't even feel like dealing with them, so I went ahead and paid that final bill, and that was $146.76. So that put us over budget for the money that was supposed to be left over by $72.40. But overall in this budget, since we did bring home a little bit more than expected, we were supposed to set aside $564.73. So if you add up this 564.73 and add up the 361.12 from August paycheck number 2, we're supposed to have $925.85 in our sinking funds account, ready to be like allocated amongst our sinking funds or whatever in our goals. Yeah, so that is the results of September paycheck number 1. So let me show you what paycheck number 2, and this is the one that I'm currently in. So let me show you what is happening for this paycheck. So I don't think I've said it in this video yet, but my husband did go part-time. I did get a raise. So I'm not exactly sure what he's going to get as his like regular amount per paycheck. So this is very much a trial type of budget and it's very bare bones because I don't want to overestimate the amount of income that we're going to bring in for this paycheck. So this is like this is like basically 4 walls in daycare type thing. So what the new income for me and my husband is going to be is $2,690. Every paycheck is what I'm hoping that we'll have. And anything over $2,690 is going to go into pay yourself first. And we did roll over the $750 from paycheck number 1 in September over to this budget to help with the mortgage. So yeah, so for this budget, gas, we're still budgeting $90 a week. Although I'm thinking to cut that down because since my husband is part-time now, we won't use as much gas. So I'll probably lower that for right now, but I'll do that in like another budget or something. But it's okay for right now. If I need to lower it, then that's the first place I'll probably take some money from if we need it. But anyways, gas is still $90 a week. So for 2 weeks, that's $180. Groceries is $100 per week still, and that's not going to change. So that's $200 for this paycheck. Yard service, I don't know why I have this. Yes, I do, because this is September's budget. And yeah, I was still hoping and praying that we could find somebody to help us with their yard, but I've given up on that hope and we're just going to do it ourselves. So for right now, this yard service, I can go ahead and say that, yeah, that's definitely not going to be, let me just go ahead and we're just going to use $15 of that and yeah, call it a day. So we're going to have $45 left over. Okay, so home repair and maintenance, I'm still going to set aside $25 for that. ID theft is still $12.90. Our Kaiser Hospital bill is $124. Our mortgage is still $1,859.45. Vivint, which is our home security, is $56.47 a month. And then Citizen One is the home security equipment that we finance, and that is $31.43. So I am probably going to pay this off this month. So yeah, we'll see about that. But I'll probably end up making that payment still though. Childcare is $320 a week, and we are setting aside 2 weeks, so that's $640. My husband needs to renew his driver's license, so I'm setting aside $50 for that. I am putting aside $100 for my son's clothing because I do want to buy him some more clothes as we transition into, you know, our colder months here in Southern California. It's not going to be too bad. So I'm not, you know, $100 should be okay because he does have a lot of pants that he can still fit from last season. Yeah, so I probably only really need to get him some shirts and probably, well, actually, no, he has a jacket. Probably another lighter jacket because that one's a little bit heavy. So, yeah, so $100 for clothing. Hulu is still $11.99. Life insurance for me is $57.64. Disney Plus is still $7. Costco credit card is just a visual reminder. I did back into this number, which is $24.12 by basically adding up all of these expenses and then subtracting it from our income. So if I was to add up all of these, it would be just shy of $24.12. So with that money, I'm hoping that we'll be able to put that into our medical sinking fund. But you know, if we need it, then we're going to use it for whatever unbudgeted expenses that we have. So yeah, that is, oh, and then as you can see, our unbudgeted is set up over here. So that is a short and sweet paycheck number 2 for September. And hopefully it goes as planned or even better than planned. And we'll have like a good little chunk of change left over after our income comes in, but we'll see. So stay tuned to the channel if you want to see. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.